what has been some of your absolute favorite experiences where you've just left this is my Mary sauce and this, like nobody else does it.
Where I
like,
cried while everything was going on. Yeah. A lot of that happened. I mean, there's been many. I mean, even though it was probably the most difficult speaker that we've ever had over this 30 years was Winnie Mandela. Difficult in terms of...
I did not know.
You didn't know that she came to our show. And difficult getting her here.
I'm sure.
You know, South Africa and the whole,
hearing about it is making me want to tear up, and I wasn't.
So that is probably my second. I'll tell you, my first experience was when
Hello, beautiful, and welcome to another episode of Becomingserene. I'm Ruth Devanay Southall, your host, and because we are not at my home, our usual studio, you can already see my guests, so I can't even leave it as a mystery. But anyway, this podcast is designed for entrepreneur-minded women just like you who would love to embrace peace on their pursuit of purpose. So today, I am so excited to introduce the woman who began her journey behind the scenes, actually producing for NBC and shaping stories at Johnson Publishing, later leading advertising and promotions at V103 Chicago. And it was there that she helped lead the Expo for Today's Black Woman until the platform was no longer prioritized. But instead of walking away, guess what? She leaned in and built something that would outlast trends, titles, and time. And in 1993, she began laying that foundation for what officially has become the Black Women's Expo in 1995. That means they are celebrating their 30th year anniversary. Safe space for African American women to gather, grow, and be poured into. With over 25 years of experience in event production, public relations, and community engagement, she continues to lead her company, MGPG Events with Purpose, curating wellness pavilions, youth summits, empowerment lounges, and cultural conversations that make the Black Women's Expo more than an event. It's a necessary experience. She builds legacy, responds to purpose, and remains committed to making sure that Black women feel seen, valued, and supported. She is the president of MGPG Events and the founder of the Black Women's Expo, the illustrious and Chicago's very own merrygreen.
I was wondering who you were talking about.
Mary, stop it. It is such an honor, honestly, truly. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, not just for, gracing us with your presence for the podcast. No, thank you for your commitment to helping women be seen and valued and appreciated, recognized and celebrated through the Black Women's Expo. I know personally, because my husband has worked with you over 10 years, I know personally that it's not an easy feat.
Not at all.
And there are many times that I just listen to the conversations on the other end of the phone and I'm like, I would have bailed out a long time ago. I would have said, y'all can have this.
No.
So let's start there at the beginning. What is keeping you in the game?
Wow. What is keeping me here? Don't know how to stop, number one. But someone asked me that at a meeting about a month ago. Said, what keeps me up at night? And the reason they asked that because of what is going on in this country.
Right.
And the administration and how it's making it tougher for events like ours and anybody else's that's Black and female or LGBTQ. And I'm like those 300 small businesses that are there every year. That's what keeps me up at night. That is what keeps me going. As I realize few years back that this has become the platform.
Yes.
For many new businesses, first-time business owners, entrepreneurs, to get an opportunity to really push their product and services out there. We do it in a way that is affordable.
Yes.
Like you said, it's a safe space.
Yes.
Where they can learn, because many of them have never exhibited before. But they can learn how to really promote and market their products.
Yes.
And so that's what keeps me going.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is so awesome. And I love it. I love the space. I love that the platform and everything. I mean, it's at McCormick Place,
Yes.
like the largest in the whole country.
Right.
Like, first of all, let's start there.
Yes.
It's not as though it's a Joe Schmo type of expo at all.
No.
And this is just, we're going to keep going back to the Black Women's Expo, but that's just one of the many things you do.
Yeah.
It's not like that's all you do.
No, it's not. Most people think that's all we do.
I know
I
that
think,
is,
yeah.
but I have had the pleasure to attend events that you have curated, and they were marvelous. So I get to see you at the helm, and I was like, "Oh, that's what she does."
their
She
plan
just
is
watch
first.
all the. I know, watch all the pieces come together.
I'm sorry. I was in the middle of doing something. Am I interrupting you? I just wanted to make sure you stop and subscribe so that you won't miss another episode of Becoming Serene. Everything that we're doing is for you and to help you learn to protect your peace while you pursue success. So hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to also hit that bell so that you'll be notified when new episodes air. All right, see you there.
So
Yes.
speaking of watching all the pieces come together, what excites you the most about the process? Like, some people like the grit and the grind and in the beginning, and they like, okay, let the pieces fall where they're
Yeah,
But what is
yeah.
your favorite part?
I like it the way you have to start out. I mean, you're really creating the event every year. We try to do something different, not just keep doing the same old thing. One of the challenges we have is that everybody comes to the show. So
Right.
teens and baby
True.
boomers
True.
all come to the expo. So trying to program and have something for each demographic is a little tough sometimes. I was standing in the hallway of City Hall this afternoon, with one of my, with a couple of my event consultants, and we were talking about how we're leaving out the younger people with what we have so far.
Wow.
So, and they bring up names of people I've never heard.
Of course.
Artists and whatever, and speakers and rappers and
I feel
whatever.
the same
And I'm like,
way.
I don't know who you're talking
At
about.
all.
And they all laugh. But, that's the biggest thing, is trying to, make sure that we have something for all of our attendees. And I think we do. I think we see that every year, that the entire family comes,
Yes.
and kids and men
Yes.
and men,
Yes.
which we've had to add that component to our show. So I think what gets me going is creating it, having something new. This year we have several different pavilions that are different.
Please share, because I was going to bring that up, because
Yeah.
I know, since my husband is designing the website, I'm on it constantly.
there.
But yes.
Yeah, so one of the new ones is called Hues, Hues, and it's a hair and beauty pavilion.
Wonderful.
That we just started this year, see how it goes. But we also have culinary pavilion.
Really?
Yes. Last
That's
year it really took off.
exciting.
We have chefs all day long. They get about an hour and a half to cook.
I'm going to hang out there.
And sample those products. Yeah, that goes on all 3 days. And then we have the literary cafe, which we've had forever.
Oh, I love that.
Which is, our on-site bookstore, where many of our speakers can, sign their books after they're done with their sessions. And
Oh,
it's a
that's
place
so
where you can
amazing.
purchase books and anything like that. So it's a wonderful space to, then we always have the kids' corner somewhere
Yes,
where there's
yes.
something for the young people. And we added a few years ago the men's den. And that was because we needed to put them somewhere for a
Right,
little while.
pretty much.
So there are barbers there and shoe shiners, and now this year it'll be health as well, with Real Men Cook.
Wonderful.
Talking about some of the things that men don't want to talk about.
Wow.
So,
that is absolutely
yeah.
amazing. I love it. I do. It is definitely a place for the whole family to enjoy. Come out August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And guess what? You don't have to just pick one day. Just make it a whole weekend out of it. It is in downtown Chicago at McCormick Place.
Right.
One of my favorite places downtown, and my children. So we'll be hanging out with you all.
Downtown.
Yes, most
Good.
definitely. And we're looking forward to it. So I'm so glad you did bring up all all of the other lounges and
Yes,
activations
pavilions,
that you
yeah.
all have. Those are so awesome. Yes, yes, yes. So speaking of, what has been, if you can, I'm not going to say one, but our absolute favorite experiences where you've just left this is my Mary sauce and this, like nobody else does
Or where
it.
I
Like,
cried while everything was going on. Yeah. A lot of that happened. A lot of that happened. I mean, there's been many. I mean, even though it was probably the most difficult speaker that we've ever had over this 30 years was Winnie Mandela. Difficult in terms of,
I did not know.
you didn't know that she came to our show. And difficult getting her here.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You know, South Africa and the whole, I mean, just all of the red tape to get her on a plane and to get her here.
Wow.
But I will never, ever forget that.
Oh,
you know,
my
You
goodness.
almost touched the hem of somebody's garment.
Hearing about it is making me want to tear up, and I wasn't.
So that is probably my second. I'll tell you, my first experience was when gala, our gala award ceremony, and Maya Angelou was the keynote. And
I'm just done.
Oh yeah, oh we've had everybody. Maya Angelou was the keynote.
I was not around then.
I don't know. This was early days of the show, and she was our keynote. And the night, that morning, that Friday morning, where we're at McCormick Place setting up, I get a call from her people saying that she took ill the night before and she will not be coming. I said, "What do you mean?"
Oh.
I said, "It's sold out." The gala was completely sold out. Over 1,500 people. We were at.
My goodness.
I think we were at the Hyatt, but it was sold out, and they tried to give us other people to come in her stead. Nope.
Exactly.
Nope.
There's no
That will not
substitute.
work.
I can't.
And then I called a couple of my advisory committee members at the time, and we all agreed that the only substitute would be Oprah. And of course, must have been crazy and out of our mind. But she was, I won't name names, but she was pretty well known in this city. And she said, "Let me make a few calls." She found out that Oprah was in town. And about an hour later, I get a call from Oprah's team saying, "Relax. She's coming."
You know what? I'm literally done it. No, of course I didn't know that.
So we didn't tell.
Only here, honey, at Becomingserene, where you get these exclusive. But my God, no wonder when things get a little rocky, you like, my husband is, Mary's going through this, that, and the other, and then it works out because of these things that you got us always worked it out. Yeah, you've been through it.
Yes. And so but I'm going to tell you, when we didn't tell anybody, we didn't put it in the press. Even though ABC7 television partner and on radio,
be covering anyway.
We didn't want people to not come.
Oh,
because we also didn't want to tell them we had open.
And then there's that, of course.
So then that night of the gala, the ad agency.
Is this recorded?
I think it is. Of course it is. Okay. The ad agency that was doing the introduction for Maya, she got up to do it. And she started to say, "I know you guys are waiting for Maya, but I'm sorry she won't be here." And the face went, you heard
yes.
the sigh. But she said, "I think we got something better." And Oprah walked out the back door. The place went up. Women took their napkins and
it became a whole New Orleans.
And it was crazy. Oprah came out the back door, walked up on the stage, and the women jumped. And it was crazy.
Do you remember the year this was? Because I'm trying to remember what's the height of the Oprah show.
But all I remember is I was in tears, and I got up from the front and I walked to the back of the bar when I was standing by the ballroom, and a very good big PR executive was coming by me to go to the bathroom. She couldn't wait, and she said, "What's wrong?" And I said, and she said, "Mary," she said, "Nobody gets Oprah."
No one.
She said, "You walk on water." She said, "Smile." So that was probably the number one.
That's my favorite story ever. Like, I'm going to start telling the stories.
That's probably the number one.
My goodness, yes.
Yes.
That is a ram in a bush if I've ever heard of one in my lifetime. Ever. Now I'm going to go back and research it so I can get the year right and everything. So when I tell the stories,
I do too. I mean, we got them in our welcome guides. We've got all these guides stacked up in the office, so we just have to look back. I don't keep it in my head what years all of these things happen, because there's so many wonderful times.
Oh God, I'm sure. And see, these are the things that you all cannot miss out on. So speaking of the gala, Who are we honoring this year?
It's a little
Just
bit
a
of a
couple of-
surprise, but I'm gonna tell you.
Well, that's what I mean. I
Yeah,
love,
we're doing-
they love
No,
surprises.
We're
Let me
doing
tell
something
you.
different. This is not going to be a sit-down dinner.
Okay.
This is a gala reception.
Okay.
And networking, and then the award ceremony.
That's right.
And we're doing
Good.
something different because this being our 30th
Yes.
anniversary. We
Yes.
are not only awarding women, we're awarding men that have been in my corner. And we're
Wow.
awarding
That's gonna
partnerships
be
that have been
amazing.
in our corner. And many of them don't even know.
Oh, I'm sure.
But they will be there. We're making sure they'll be in attendance.
Yes. I'm so looking forward to this. Okay, so, oh my goodness. I am so full right now. I just, I promise you. Okay, ma'am. She's been some of everywhere. Of course, promoting and getting folks to the Black Women's Expo, doing what they said they were going to do, you know, because you be in these circles and they, I'm going to support. Yeah, you could count on us. And then, it comes down to, so she's been busy. And I've been following her as I should, since I knew I was going to have this conversation. So you were quoted at the Rainbow Push Coalition's People Conference for your critical work and awarded, saying that disruptors are creating distractions by grandstanding. Yeah. So let us stay the course by brandstanding. I love that. I love that. So please explain brandstanding.
You know, this, I think everybody knows. And, you know, I had one of my colleagues said to me on Saturday, he said, I never thought it was going to reach us. You know, what was going on in Washington, but it reached us.
Feel it. Mm-hmm.
You know, when the first call came in about a month and a half ago saying that we can't sponsor this year because you guys are black and female.
Wow.
They didn't say that, but
of course
it was very clear, and they said we were not inclusive. Mm-hmm. And I'm like,
wow.
It's because we weren't included that we have the Black Women's Expo. So,
yes.
So that started, and then the snowball started to roll down the hill a little bit. And right now, there's probably about 6 clients that we've had last year that are not going to be in this year. Mm-hmm. But my mother said, "One monkey don't stop."
I promise you, one monkey does not stop a show. That
don't
is the
stop
truth.
A show.
No, ma'am,
and
not
so
at all.
We are moving forward, and we are working harder.
Yes.
To try to get to fill those holes, but we're filling them.
But I love that because the people have come together and have a mind to work, just like Nehemiah's wall. So, and you just can't come down. I feel that.
No,
I know that
you can't give up. I mean, if I was going to give up, it would have been years ago.
Most definitely.
When the transition happened between us and the radio station, that was a time to say, "Can I really do this?"
Wow.
Well,
and I'm glad you brought that up. It's as though, you're in my head because I want to go back to that time because that's when your company was born.
Yes.
You were working in your field and your career and enjoying that. And then out of that came, and that's who my audience is. Women who think, oh, entrepreneurship is not for me. And I love my job and I love what I do. But guess what? You may be able to do it and name it and do it on your own time and on your own in your own way. And so how did that feel 30 years ago? You kicked
it was such a, I mean, when I was asked to take it on the outside, I really think that when I was asked by the station to take it on the outside, they didn't have any idea that it would last this long because I didn't either.
No.
But it was just too big of an operation for this radio station. I mean, the exhibitors, people, you know us, we want to come in and pay half.
Right. Oh my goodness.
They're like, oh no, we're not doing anything. Mary, please take this. So a couple executives took me out and said, why don't you open up your own company and then you can take the
Who does that?
I know. And then you can take the expo on the outside. And I was like, and produce it for us. So I think for the first 5 years, at that time, I produced it on the outside. I moved 2 blocks down from the station, opened up my own business, MGPG Events. What else was I going to call it? Well, actually, at that time it was Merrygreen Promotions. And we started to produce the expo on the outside. And then about maybe another 5 years, it was like, this show.
My goodness.
I went through about 5 different general managers and about 5 different radio owners.
Wow.
And everybody would come in and say, who is she? Oh. And I didn't work there, but then they would find out about the expo. It was part of the sales process.
Yes.
Like, now who is she again? She don't own this thing.
Yes.
So finally, one of the general managers said, this is yours, and gave it to me.
That is absolutely phenomenal. Man, I'm not built like that. I mean, I guess I can say that now, right? But I'm doing things now that people are like, I can't imagine doing what you're doing. So yeah, it starts off with one foot in front of the other.
But it's not like I made these things. I don't think of it that way. I feel like I just was carried one way, to another. Because I didn't sit somewhere saying, okay, let me think I'm gonna do this. I didn't do that. It was like, okay, you think you should take it on the outside? You think I should take it on? Okay, I'll find an office space. Was at a meeting, somebody told me about their husband was trying to get rid of his office space. It happened to be 2 blocks from the station. I was like, I'll take it.
All you have to do is be willing and listening. Yeah. Yes, that's all about the networking. Just like you said, open your mouth. I do. Everywhere I go, I'm introducing myself and asking people, what do you do? Because you never ever know. We can introduce you to your next. Speaking of next, and we're going to start wrapping it up. Okay. It's moved from the Black Women's Expo, and I know it's all part of branding and marketing. Again, it's my household. So I want to ask you about, where did the acronym bwenext come from, or how did that evolve from the Black Women's Expo to now being known as?
It was just one of those things. I think we were trying to be creative, trying to be different, always looking to involve a younger audience, make sure that we include them in everything we do. And the next was next generation.
That's what I was thinking about.
And so it kind of stuck.
That's really, really good.
But we were going after the next generation.
Because you all have, my goodness, 30 years. That's a lot of generations. That's a lot. Yes, that's coming. That's great grandma, Nana, grandma.
And I've seen them come in together at the Expo.
Oh my goodness.
Hand in hand. I know. I saw that a couple of years ago, and I was like, "Oh my God, look at them!" And they were dressed to the nines.
I can hardly wait to ask people, "How long have you been coming?" Like, I'm going to definitely stop.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
You'll be surprised.
It's going to be so much fun. That's another thing. So thank you so much for onboarding the family, and now I'm going to be part of the team and working it with the microphone and talking to everyone. It's gonna. Oh my God, that's going to be a blast, especially with this culinary corner that I didn't know about.
Yes.
And I just told you how much I like to eat. Oh my goodness.
We've had that for a couple of years now, but it's kind of grown.
Yeah, normally I am traveling around the time of Black Women's Expo, going to other conferences that I'm a part of. So the fact that I was able to attend this year, I was like, oh, that's it. Okay. It's going to be fabulous.
Yeah, it's going to be nice.
Oh, yes. So as we wrap things up, because she has to get back to those phone calls and get back to work, because we have experiences to create,
right.
People to hold secrets from. What are you looking forward to most for your attendees and participants to take away from this 30th year anniversary?
I want them to know the history of it.
Yes.
So one of the things we're doing is a whole timeline that's going to be on one of the walls. That's going to take you from actually when we started, like 93, when we started to plan, and all the way through, and you will see some of the highlights. You'll see some of the pictures of people like Amaya or an Oprah when they were there. Or I was sitting at a luncheon maybe about a month ago, and Carol Mosley Braun, they brought her to sit next to me. She was the first black female senator. And she was like, "What are you up to?" And I said, "Working." She said, "You're always working, aren't you?" I said, "Yeah." And I said, "The Expo is coming in, a little bit." I said, "Guess who was our first keynote speaker?" She said, "Who?" I said, "You."
Right.
I read that somewhere. 30 years ago.
Amazing.
She was our first keynote for the gala. So just looking forward to people knowing, the history of the show. And one of the things we did recently was an impact report. I had never done that, believe it or not. We just work. But this impact report we needed to do, and I did present it to City Hall today. But it is what we've done over the 30 years.
Most definitely.
Like how many businesses have been there? How many have we engaged? How many attendees?
Of course.
How much money to a certain extent?
Lord, yes.
Speakers, entertainers, just all the way down the line. Health screenings, something that people don't know that hall is full of hospitals and health organizations that are doing all kinds of health screenings. I mean, the health piece has become a big component of the Expo since COVID.
Most definitely.
Yeah, so everybody wants to come and tell us about things we don't know we have, which is squeamish for me, but I know we need to have it.
Yes.
We need to have that information.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to all of that.
I am too. I really am. Thank you so much.
you.
And I am going to do this. And it's something I have not done before. But I'm going to definitely pray and declare that everything that you have poured out
Thank you.
over these 30 years, ma'am, that you continue to receive an abundant harvest
Thank you.
of just all
Thank you.
of it. All of the just excitement, the joy, the inspiration, and all the things that stories that you don't even know about.
Right.
There are things that you don't know about
That's
behind the
occurred.
scenes that has, yes, sparked
Oh, yeah.
people, just their businesses, their families, because if you all don't know, when it comes to women, but especially as Black women, when you literally impart something into us and we carry it into our children and our community, and it just creates an amazing just ripple effect.
We've heard some stories, but not
Right? You can't hear them all. You just can't. Yes. So please, when you watch this, hear about this, anything, please send in comments, send in your stories and all that. She has people. People will sort and read it.
That's for
She
sure.
has an
That's
amazing
for sure.
team
Thank
and
you.
people. Yes, we would love to hear that. And please affirm when you see Mary running around and see her, just say thank you. Just a mere thank you. You don't have to just stand in awe and go, oh, that's her.
Green.
Yeah, that's Mary Green. Yeah, I've seen it.
I'm behind the scenes anyway, so.
Yes.
But I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, beautiful. No, thank you for taking this time out. I know it's not easy, but you are seen and valued just as much. So thank you. Thank you, ma'am. So thank you all again for joining us for this episode of Becoming Serene. This has been one for the books. I am floating right now, so I really am. We love you and appreciate you. And if you like everything that you've heard, please subscribe, like, and share. And I look forward to seeing you again on the next episode of Becoming Serene with Ruth Debonair Southall. Bye-bye. Hey, and don't forget the Black Women's Expo. I want to see you there too. Friday through Sunday, August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. It's going to be amazing, celebrating 30 years of excellence with the Mary Green. Thank you, Mary. Bye, everyone.